Okay, so I'll have to start the introduction again. It's the Martin Fowler Scrum, 1st of March. I'll have to happy new month to you guys again. Happy new month. Get your fingers. Yeah. Okay, so as I was saying previously, it seems like there's a problem that we have on website one related to February having 28 days instead of 30. There's a failure there, so we might have a look at that sometime later. Okay, so I don't know which order we came into the Scrum, but I guess Nicholas was first. So Nicholas, you can give us a report.
Yeah, sure. I'm working on website 1, trying to figure out how Jasmine is loading the JavaScript files in order to test them, because Rails is loading the files just fine and the JavaScript is working. But when we are running the Jasmine CI for the testing, it is failing. So I'm working on that. Yesterday we took a look with Sam, and he gave me the tools to kind of deep into that. So yeah, I'm working on that. I'm stuck with that. So if anyone wants to help, it's welcome.
We can have a look at it at the end, maybe.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Thank you for reports. Okay, thank you for reports, Nicholas. And you seem to you have the hat on. How cold is it over there?
It was yesterday minus 16.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I think we are at around 27 over here, so 16 might be too much for me. Negative 16, that's too much. All right, let's move over to Sam. So give us a report.
Oh, hi there. Yeah. So this morning I had the trustee meeting with the Agile Ventures trustees and onboarded a new trustee. So that's all good and under control. I'm gradually getting better, and I kind of caught up and did all the social media connection stuff today. Still really in admin catch-up mode. I'm just looking at this, the 500 error that we had on the website 1 and seeing if we can get to the bottom of that. Other important news is that the RubyMine licenses that we have for premium members don't seem to be renewing. We're negotiating with JetBrains about that, but they seem to have new strict rules, and they may not necessarily give us the RubyMine licenses for free anymore. So that's a bit of a shame, but still working on that. Things we've got coming up today. We've got the deep learning mob in a bit, and we've got the local support meeting later today. I haven't run that for a while. Reminds me that I think Stella was asking if it could be earlier. We haven't put that in place, but let's leave it at the current time, and we can talk about that in the local support meeting, where we have one issue for local support that's come up is that we've run out of space in the database, so we're going to have to address that. I think that's about the size of it from me.
Okay, thank you, Sam. It's actually a shame that we cannot renew the RubyMine licenses for those who are interested in that. So you can keep pushing on that, because it was actually attraction point for being a premium member. So otherwise we might have to discuss some other ways of making someone want to be a premium member for us.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So Paul, hey there, Paul. Kindly give us a report.
Hi, Sigu. Hi, everyone. Yes, I've been continuing work on my OpenPA Power project, looking into the way a system written in Python works, and been studying a couple of the modules. I've been looking at one called Astral, which is written in Python, that gives you the information on where the sun is, sunrise, sunset, all that sort of stuff, angle in the sky, etc. And so I was looking for a version of that in Ruby. There are a number of them, sun, calc, and so on. None quite as comprehensive as Astral. So I could accept the lesser functionality or figure out a way to run a Python script from within Ruby. There are apparently ways to do that as well. So that's where I am at the moment.
Cool.
Yeah, that's interesting. Running Python scripts from within Ruby seems like an interesting stuff. Yeah.
Well, generally, you can find just about anything in Python has been ported to Ruby, but there are a few exceptions.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Yeah, that's really cool. And Crafty also does Python, so you guys talk the same language. You might connect later on, maybe after the Scrum on Slack. Okay, he's written a message just right on the chat. Yeah, so you can link up with Crafty after this. So for us, I have Getty, Crafty, and Musa. We're trying out a new model of giving our reports. So we've integrated stand-uply for us. So just before this particular Scrum, it asks us to give what we've learned so far, anything interesting we've learned, what we've done, and what we're planning to do. So we're going to give our report in that particular format. Okay, and it's exactly the same thing that we've answered on our stand-up lead. This is just to enable us to keep track of what we've been doing, what we've been able to do, and what we've not been able to do. Right, so anyone who can go first? Katie can go first.
Hi guys.
guys.
So yeah, nice to see all of you. So I'm going to begin with what I learned today. For the better part of the day, I was working on methods and concepts in Ruby about instance variables and stuff like that. I learned how to use instance variables in various contexts and setter methods. For what I've done today, I was working on errors, some Travis errors that appeared after I did my push. And yeah, so far, I'm not that okay. I'll say that in my blockers. I'm planning to work on a new pivotal tracker issue. And yeah, that's it. For my blockers, there's an issue that Nick told me to. He said that I should move a shared method to the applications controller, but apparently when I move it there, there's a code climate failure stating that there's too much lines, I guess. There's a limit, a code line limit or something. Nick?
Okay. I will take a look. Okay.
Okay. And my second blocker is that, wait, I'm trying to read. Oh, yeah, the refactoring of users and registration controller issue. Wait. No, it's the same problem, sorry. It's the same issue.
Okay. Okay, sure. I will take a look and I will give you my review for that.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Getty. Crafty.
Hi guys.
Hi there.
I've been working on today. We actually learned instant methods together with Katie and the rest. I completed my blog. I don't know if you saw the link. I sent it to TikTok as you said, and I've been looking at this Fowler editor, Fowler rich text editor. I wanted to embed it in my Django app. Wanted to see whether it can work well with adding images and all that stuff, because integrating and editing, while editing text and adding images is quite difficult while you use JavaScript alone. So I tried using the Fowler editor at first, so that I can see whether it works well. As for blockers, I have none. Yeah, maybe that's my report for today.
Okay, what's the name of the editor?
Fowler editor. I will send it. I will send it in the chat.
All right, thank you for that. Musa, quickly give us your report, please.
Okay, hi guys. Can you hear me? Okay. Better part of today in the morning, we were in the mob session. I learned about instance variables and their functions and the difference between instance variables and local variables. And during the code was also, I came across two methods which I've never heard of, the .bytes method and .each slice methods. Okay, so today I've been working on, okay, I took an issue in the local support. This issue was about an admin could undo delete of a user, how to recover a deleted user. But I found this issue has already been done, but it was still in the icebox. So it made me to start looking at or going through the issues and checking in the project if they're already done. So I'm trying to clean up the pivotal tracker. Yeah, so that's what I've been doing, and I'll continue doing that after this. And also I want to start working on my portfolio website. Yeah, so obstacles, today I've just been too low, so that's the only obstacle I have today.
Well, all right, that's interesting, Musa. Interesting report from Musa. So I can go last. I have a minute to do that. So what I learned today, I learned the fact that instance variables actually store the instance states of the state of an instance of an object, and they can survive method calls. I knew that, but it was better explained, and I guess I'll never forget about it after what I done today. Then I planned to work for some 40 minutes on a client project, and I managed to clock that. Type form for students to register for the code school. I need, I wanted to have a type form that asks them for their details, but so far I've not managed to do that. I've also not managed to work on the courses for Git and Terminal, the course content for that. It's a bit of time is a bit of a blocker there. And review for some pull requests on website one and local support. I've done quite a few and left my comments there. So after this, I have a meeting for after around 4 o'clock our time. That's like 1 p.m. UTC. Then I'll be working on the Git and doing a blog on the hackathon that we had over the weekend. I guess that's my report. Yeah, that's my report for now. And Sam, you can have a look at. There was a failure about the date on website one. Yeah, you can have a look at that chart after this. But I have to run off because I have a meeting, so I might leave this Hangout open.
Okay. Can you send me like where that you see the error or some other information?
No, Riza, let me just look for it. So I'll leave this open in case anyone wants to continue talking. I know.
Okay.
Anyway, you guys are free to leave. Guess I'm looking for that. Yeah.
Great stuff. Good show. So Nico, did you want to show us the stuff that you were blocked on? Can we look at that quickly?
Yeah, sure. I will share my screen. No. Sharing screen. No. That one, no. Here. What I've been doing is here we have a problem with the way we are loading the files with Jasmine, right, for testing. So what I've been doing is I've been changing a couple of things in order to try to make it work. And I also generated, again, the Jasmine IML and the Jasmine helper, just in case that something new was being applied. And I will show you with this how if that is failing. And then other changes. So, for example, at this point, we are in this website. Here. We are in this file. This flash spec is the one that is running now, right?
Yeah.
So what we need here is that this file, it needs to be loaded, because if don't, this is going to fail. And
Sorry, Nick, do I need to stop the broadcast?
No, I think you can leave it. If you can leave it running if you want to. I don't think there's any.
Okay, no, it is there.
It'll shut once people leave the Hangout. It shuts off automatically in about 3 minutes. But
okay.
go on, Nico. You were saying, yeah.
Well, I'm here, and I've been trying. For example, here at this point we have website 1, right? That
Yeah.
is fine, but we don't have flash messages because it's undefined at this point. But if we keep going here, well, it would fail. And I think that I have another debugger there. Spec helper. Let me see. I can put another helper. Here. For example, I would put no.
Yeah. So the bigger picture is we've got some custom code in website 1 that tries to make all of the JavaScript available.
Yes. And here, for example, you can see how it's loading all the files. Here is loading accordion collapse.
Right.
Here's loading affixed navbar, and the one that we want is this one.
Oh, right. So it actually does try and load the thing.
Yes.
Right.
So I will keep going here. So
So it loads all the files we expect.
Yeah. Yes. It loads all the files. But the problem is here. I don't know why it's not. It doesn't see the file. I don't know why.
Well, you see, so that is that on line 10 there. You've added that reload script flash.js, have you, as an extra?
No, it was
that was already there. That was there before.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So and that seems to run. It doesn't complain that it can't find it. Interesting. Flash.js. And
Should I comment this line? You said that this maybe is.
Yeah, I don't know. I was just sort of surprised to see that. That there.
I will try.
But the whole thing is kind of a custom setup. I mean, the interesting thing is what we seem to have is that at the point at which the test runs, we've got access to the window website entity, but it seems like the window website entity has not been populated. It seems like it's being overwritten.
Yes, exactly.
But by something. We kind of I guess another technique that we might use here with the watch system is to so if you
tell me.
Well, go back to where you were, like the sources tab.
Yes.
So if you look on the extreme right there, we've got like under paused on breakpoint, it says watch, and see there's got a triangle next to the watch thing. So what you could do is you could add a expression there, and you could type in window.website1, and I don't know if it will have the functionality that we need. What we want to do really is discover that's unfortunately not quite worked there. You need to, sometimes debuggers will have the functionality that they will pause. You can like watch a system. Sorry, you can watch a variable, and then it will sort of pause when some change is made to that variable, because that's what sort of seems to be happening here. So you hit return now, and add the. There, so you've got the object, and you can also then expand the object there using the triangle. And so I don't know if you can easily. So there, it's like the modules thing. We can see that at this point, the modules is empty. See there. It's click the triangle next to it. It's got a So it's like an array 0 at that point. So I guess that I mean, the question is, can we break on change to watch in the Chrome console? And I don't know if it supports that functionality for us.
Here in the console, what do you want to do? Sorry,
well,
I didn't get it.
what I would love it to do is, we would, rather than explicitly specifying a breakpoint, what the implication is that there's some change to this variable in between when we first set it up and then when the test runs. I don't know that we can do the thing that I want to do here, which is that, you know, this is like pause on change to the variable. I mean, I found a thing about it. There's a Stack Overflow post that I will share with you in the Website One DevOps channel. I guess, is this DevOps? I guess it's Website One. Anyway, let's put it in there. But do you understand the principle of what I'm trying to say?
I don't understand the for variable that you said. I don't know the meaning of the word.
Yeah. Well, I think maybe the thing to do is, can we get you some Chrome console watch variable? I think the thing to do is, I've got a couple of links here, so you could read. So the link I just posted now, Website One, that's all about the watch variable thing, what it is and how it works. And so there's another one. There's a Stack Overflow thing on how we could get this to break on property change, and that might or might not work. So the thing is, it's a bit of the situation that we're in here is a bit of the solution, the technique that I'm suggesting for fixing it is a little bit esoteric, given that it's not directly supported by the Chrome console tools. But I think the thing to do is, before going through the Stack Overflow post, read the thing about the watch variables that I sent, and yeah, I mean, it's the kind of thing here, like it's a difficult and tricky bug to get into. I did ask the person who originally wrote the whole Website One define stuff, if he could take a look, but I didn't hear back from him yet. I mean, the other thing is when one gets so stuck on a particular bug, the question might be, is there a different way to fix it? Like, if you look in Website One, we've got like lots of other ways of loading JavaScript. Do you know what I mean?
Yes. Okay.
And it seems like
maybe we can just get rid of that functionality for loading the modules and do it in another way.
That's right. Like, if you look at events.js, we're just defining a series of things, and I think the particular thing to note is that, like, some of the Jasmine tests are passing.
Yes.
So if we could check if basically if all of those other ones are passing, and we don't need this, you know, Website One define thing, I don't know, that would be the other approach, would be to change it all to be consistent, to like not use this custom code that it's not clear whether we actually need it. That again, that could be a big change that leads to lots of different challenging stuff. So it's
okay.
tricky...
I will take a look. Maybe it's just changing a couple things and loading the files in another way. So,
yeah. Could yeah. It's one of those unknowns, isn't it? Where you're not sure. But as I say, read all the stuff about watch variables, and
yes, I will do it.
Because it's all about, like, maybe there's some point of code somewhere, but it could be buried deep, that's resetting that Website One thing, and we just, you know, understanding how that was working, you could just switch it off. But anyway, I'll now need to go get ready for the deep learning mob. So good luck with that.
Cool. Well, thank you. I will take a look.
Good show, and bye everyone else. Take care. Bye for now.
Bye bye.